Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Big news today from Epiphone and Joe Bonamassa. They've released a signature edition. Finally, Joe Bonamassa gets an Epiphone signature guitar. Yes folks, Joe Bonamassa has a brand new Epiphone signature Les Paul for the first time since last year. So we're going to talk about, obviously, Joe Bonamassa's history with Epiphone. Obviously, it's a thing every single year. Joe Bonamassa model comes out. It's a pretty cool thing because he's got a lot of very cool guitars in his collection, and they reissue or release one of them every year, which is a great idea. Some people give out about Joe Bonamassa. I like him. I think he's a very good guitar player. Sad to miss out early this year on him playing in Cork, doing a Rory Gallagher tribute. That would have been cool to get to. If you were there, let me know. But before we dive too much into it, can you do all those YouTube things, the liking, the subscribing, the sending checks for like tens of thousands of dollars my way? Those kind of things would be super appreciated. You can do them all on this page, I guess. But Joe Bonamassa's had a bit of a beef with YouTubers over the years. He doesn't like it when we say negative things about him, which is fine. I don't like it when he says negative things about me. Apparently he called me an idiot once, which was cool. These guys had a beef with him recently, and it's kind of funny. Whatever. But he has a new guitar, which we'll look at. And it's worth looking at his other signature models in the past as well, because there's a little bit of a theme going on, which I think is a bit boring. But Joe, don't hate me. I'm just saying. Sorry, Joe. Okay. So the Joe Bonamassa 1959 Les Paul Custom has arrived from Epiphone. 1959 Les Paul Custom, incredibly rare guitar, something that's in Joe Bonamassa's collection. Apparently he bought it off a little old lady, which is just fine. No issues with that. Sounds a bit weird, but okay. The 59 Custom has mahogany body, mahogany neck, and a mahogany top, ebony fretboard. Custom Pro Bookers. I mean, it's one way to cut costs. Bigsby B70 Vibro thingamabob, which is fine if you want one of those. The gold hardware, the Grover Imperial tuners, which is fine. I mean, that's what's on the guitar in his collection. I mean, I would change that to something Cluson designed, but that's personal choice and preference. Comes in a case, says Fraggle on it, which is great. I'm Joe Bonamassa and Nerdville and all that sort of stuff. So if you want to be like a super duper fan, you can buy that guitar. Comes in the case, all those sort of things. Yeah, it's to me, it's one of the most boring guitars he could have released. And that's coming like 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years after they did a Black Beauty already, god damn it. But yeah, listen, Joe Bonamassa's in a great position, right? He's a great guitar player. He's built up this collection of awesome guitars that are worth 70, 80 billion, bajillion poundy pounds or something. I don't know, right? His collection's massive and it's worth a lot of money. These guitars are worth a lot of money, and he does a cool thing by reissuing them through Epiphone every year, in his own words, so the kids can afford them. Just save up a little bit of money and you're good. And he's really cool to people because what he does is he checks every single guitar to make sure the QC is on point, as he says here.
The QC is really great. Every single one of them, you know, you can see one on the stand here, and there's a couple out of the shot. I mean, they all play and sound the same.
So there you go, Joe Bonamassa checking your guitar personally. And of course this will come in the standard version, and then it'll probably have the version with his signature, like say Joe Bonamassa across the fretboard, which is absolutely fine and not narcissistic in any way whatsoever. But anyway, Joe doesn't like it when we complain or YouTubers say negative things about his signature models. I did a couple of years ago when the Lazarus came out. I said some of them that I'd seen out in the wild looked a bit plain and a bit bleh. And apparently he called me an idiot or something, which I never found the clip or the comment that he said that in, but a lot of people told me that he called me an idiot. And I'm happy with that because Joe Bonamassa knows who I am. This guitar, did I mention 1,135 euros? Is that good value for a Pro Booker guitar? No, but there is an alternative, which we'll get into. let's just have a look, right? Joe Bonamassa, as I said, great guitars in his collection. You've got some great Les Pauls. Look at this blue one for a start, which came out in 2014, I think, with Epiphone. There was this green one with a Bigsby on it. That was a pretty cool guitar. If you ask me, they could redo both of those guitars and I'd be very happy. Then there was this one, which is a Firebird. So sad I missed out on this one, because I'm not a Firebird person. I've never actually played a Firebird. But I'd buy that one. I've been very close to buying that off Reverb a few times. A few times I've seen it for sale at a good price. That's a cool guitar. Stuff like that is special. There is, what else did they do? The Amos Flying V, brilliant. I think everybody who hasn't got one of those feels like they should have bought it when it came out. There's a 335 from last year before, a couple of years ago. The SG with the 3 pickups and the extortionate price, that came out there not so long ago as well. And then you had, of course, last year's iridescent copper 1955 Les Paul, which was a bit meh as well. All in all, listen, Joe Bonamassa has more signature Les Pauls than fucking Les Paul had, but that's fine. You know, I like that he does these guitars. I just wish they'd mix it up a little bit. Like maybe now don't do a Les Paul for 3 years. Do a Firebird, do a couple of cool SGs, do a double neck, do a bloody whatever. All right? Just do something different than a Les Paul. A bit bored of Les Pauls. I am more of an SG fan, but I like Les Pauls. I have 2.5 of them in my collection. And I would say, you know, most guitar players will gravitate towards a Les Paul at some point in their collecting phase. But if you're going to buy a Les Paul Black Beauty from Epiphone, is the Joe Bonamassa one that's just come out today the best option? Or could you be more interested in the Inspired by Gibson custom Gibson Les Paul custom, Epiphone Les Paul custom, which came out not a billion years ago, which comes essentially the same body of the guitar, but with the open book headstock, a Gibson 490R and 498T pickups, and also a hardshell case, and it's a very nice guitar. Also, you don't have the B70, but some people don't want B70s or any type of Bigsby, and if you do, it's $200. Yeah, so you'll end up paying a little bit more altogether for the Gibson pickups in the Epiphone guitar and the open book headstock. Roughly, what would it be? Somewhere around, say, $12.50. So you're paying about 120 euros extra to get the Inspired by Gibson and install the Bigsby B70 on it. Unless you got a good deal on the B70, in which case it could be even less. I mean, look, you've got all the choice in the world. I think the Joe Bonamassa guitars have been really cool. I like seeing what he brings out every year. I'm just kind of bored of Les Pauls. I mean, can you do something different? That's my main gripe. Joe, if you're watching, I'm not criticizing you, man. I think you're cool. And as I said, I've paid money to your account to watch you play live before. So, you know, we're good. Don't hate me. Don't call me a whatever you call those guys from 60 Cycle Home. I'm on your side. Just do something different. Gibson are boring the hell out of me lately, and I think this is just another thing. They're not exciting. They're kind of just being meh, and maybe that's just the way the entire guitar industry is turned right now. I don't know. Let me know if there's any exciting things I've missed out on in the last year or so. I don't think there is. I'm quite kind of uninspired by the new releases, and this is just another one. So let me know what you think of the Joe Bonamassa 59 Les Paul Custom. I'm not super excited about it, but maybe you are, and that's cool too. Anyways, thanks so much for joining me. My name's 3-Chord Dave. I'll make another guitar related video at some point, so, you know, hit the subscribe button and the notification thing, and I'll see you later.